I almost spat out my coffee on Saturday morning when a colleague sent me this headline from the New York Post. Missing crypto queen Ruja Ignatova found alive after vanishing 5 years ago. Great sailor's beard. What the heck? They found her? Dr. Ruja, the mastermind of the infamous OneCoin scam, missing presumed partying on an island with Jerry Cotton, John McAfee and the Lazarus Group, has been found? Now that is news. Except, well, meh. It turns out that the Post headline was shameless clickbait and then some. The story is that an apartment in Kensington, one of the fanciest parts of London, recently went up for sale with a £12.5 million price tag. The owner, one Ruja Ignatova. She had previously been able to mask her ownership of the property using a company based in the Channel Islands, but new rules in the UK have led to her being revealed as the, quote, beneficial owner. Now that is a story, although perhaps it would be more so if the BBC hadn't reported on Ruja's ownership of the apartment back in November 2021. Anyway, missing crypto queen found alive? Not quite. Even the BBC itself got a bit carried away, reporting crypto queen, has the missing fugitive reappeared? Short answer, no. She hasn't. Which is a real shame because the sheer scale of the fraud perpetrated by Ruja and OneCoin is breathtaking. $4 billion stolen from hundreds of thousands of investors across dozens of countries, many of whom lost their life savings. And many of those conned were from developing countries and lost what little they had chasing the dream of crypto wealth peddled by Ruja and her co-conspirators. And of course, there's the fact that since she boarded a flight to Athens back in October 2017, Dr. Ruja hasn't been seen or heard from again. Now, the story of Ruja and OneCoin was subsequently made into the gripping Missing Crypto Queen podcast and subsequent book by investigative journalist Jamie Bartlett. And if you haven't checked them out, then make sure you do. Because it is the most extraordinary story about greed, corruptibility, and how some humans are able to induce others to do the most unbelievable things. That said, though, if there's one thing it's not about, it's, well, cryptocurrency. Because despite how the media often chooses to report this story, OneCoin was never a cryptocurrency at all. It was a multi-level marketing scam, pure and simple, that used the hype around Bitcoin and people's fear of having supposedly missed out on that opportunity to sucker them into investing in a product that did not exist. There was no cryptocurrency. There was no blockchain. Ruja and the MLM experts she hired to peddle OneCoin could have been promoting vitamin pills, a baldness cure, or a miracle new household cleaner, but instead figured, correctly, that crypto was the hook to use. When the scheme launched in 2014, people were waking up to the fact that this new thing called Bitcoin had made a lot of early adopters very wealthy, almost overnight. They wanted a piece of the action, and Ruja appeared to offer it to them. The fact that most people didn't have the faintest idea about what cryptocurrency was only made Ruja & Co.'s job easier. Promise some juicy enough returns, and people wouldn't bother asking questions before parting with their hard-earned money. Fast forward to now, and Ruja is on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list, while several of her associates, including her brother Konstantin, are in custody and looking at doing some serious bird. Now, the theories about what happened to her range from plastic surgery and living in Dubai to wearing concrete shoes somewhere at the bottom of the sea. This latest story, if indeed you can call it that, hints at the fact that she may still be alive, but until we get some stronger evidence, that is only ever going to be one of many, many assumptions.